Okay, here's a look at the Constructicons by Magic Square, and I want to do a series of videos for each one of the Constructicons, showing how to transform them and comparing them with some other figures. So, okay, starting off with Bonecrusher. So here's a close-up look at Bonecrusher. Let's zoom in on that head and just appreciate how nicely sculpted this head is. Really nice. Take a look at that chest, all the detail, the shoulders, the waist, the hips, the legs, the feet. Look at all the detail on the treads, the back. Really nice. So now let's compare this with the animation model, and you can see Magic Square did a really nice job. Looks very cartoon accurate. So now what I'm going to do is transformation. So let's take out his handgun, get a close-up look at it. Really nicely sculpted. And now transformation, what I like to do is first rotate the head around 180, then lift his arms up like so, and make sure it's bent because you need to open up these flaps so you can tuck in the hands, and you cannot do that if it's straight, but after you can straighten it out. So the same thing, kind of push the hand back will help make it easier to release this tab. Fold in the hand, close the tab, and then straighten it out, push it in. So now you got that. Okay, now what you want to do is untab this chest. Right here you can see those two tabs go in those slots there, and extend it all the way out, and even lift this piece up, straighten it up, bring it down. So you got this, and then from here what you want to do is rotate this around 180, and if you see the center piece, you want to lift it up, or you have to lift it up so you can fold in these tabs that form his side waist, and then come down here to his hip, pull it from the bottom, lift it up from the bottom like so, and then bring it down, and then you're going to bring all of this down like so, and this center piece is now going to go back in and sort of tabs in like right here. Okay, and then straighten it all out so you got something like that. And then while you're here, if you can see these panels, you want to push them down like so on both sides. So now you got something like this. Okay, now this back piece, what you want to do is fold in these arms and tab it in together, and then lift this back piece up. You can see these tabs here, they're going to go into that slot right there. So once you do that, you form the back of the this vehicle, and now you can see this thing's on a lot of hinges here, so you want to make sure you bend it from the center one so you can bring this forward like so, and it is. So you got something like this. And then now here on the bottom you see there's tabs on this hook part. goes into slots in there. Just tab all of that in. And then you're going to have to just squeeze everything, make sure everything's all tabbed in. Okay, so you got something like this. Now the legs. First thing, let's spread them out and then come down here to this foot. This is really cool design. What you want to do is, it's a little hard, but you want to bring out this tab forming the inner part of the leg. Bring it out like that. You could see there's a panel here that you have to fold up. Once you do that, then you can bring this, turn this foot in so that you can bring all of this up into this upper slot. So make sure that gets tabbed in, and then rotate this foot so you got the front of the tread facing forward. Then you bring it all the way down, and then you just tuck it in like so. So now you do the same thing on this side. Yeah, this is the hard, tricky part, is trying to figure out how to pull this flap out. So once you get it out, then you can fold it in, and then you can swivel the foot in like so, and then rotate it so the front of the tread's facing forward, then rotate it down and tab this into the upper slot, and then push that in. Now you got the tread legs formed. Now you just, obviously you bring it up, but you see the tab here, there's a slot there, so it tabs in, which is cool because it helps lock everything in place. Do the same on this side. Okay, now you got all of that done. Now the last part, just this front piece. There's two parts to this, so what you want to do is bring down this bottom one, and there is a certain order. This upper piece goes in first, and then this bottom one sits on top of it. So once you got that done, then you can adjust this accordingly and make sure you push and tab everything in. And now you have Bonecrusher in his alt mode. Really nice. Let's just get a look at it all around. Look at all the nicely sculpted detail. Top view, the bottom. It's really nice. So let's compare this with the animation model, and you can see they did a really nice job. So now what I want to do is compare this with the original Generation 1 Bonecrusher. This is the reissue by Takata, but this is the anime reissue with no stickers, because I think it looks more cartoon accurate without the stickers. Might need the Decepticon symbol there though. So you can just take a look, and let's just kind of compare them. It's really funny. Look at this. They're almost like the same size, but this is so much better by Magic Square. So yeah, here's comparison, the side view. You can see how they really focused a lot on the details, like these two smoke stacks on top. Let's see the back. Really nice. So that's Bonecrusher in his alt mode. Okay, now what I want to do is transformation back to robot mode. Basically do the opposite. So the first thing, you want to push down this upper piece first and then bring up this bottom piece. It has to go that way, otherwise it will not tab in here because this is in the way. Okay, once you got that done, then you can untab these legs and then straighten them out like so. And let's see, what you want to do is bring out this foot so that you can untab this and open this panel back up, and then you're gonna tab it into the bottom slot. Okay, so I don't know why it's not tabbing in here. Let's try it again. Okay, got it. Then rotate the foot and then bring this heel back. Do the same on this side. What you want to do is bring out this foot and get this tab out, and then extend the flap, and then let's see, bring it all the way down. It tabs in on the bottom slot, and then turn the foot forward, rotate these heels back, and then let's see, bring the legs together up here. Got the legs done. Now let's see, untab this front from the hook crane part, and then let's see, untab the back so you can spread the arms out, and then let's see, lift this up like so, and then here just bring it up and then pull out this center piece so that you can bring down these flaps that form his waist. Once you got that done, then you can rotate this around 180 and then push this center piece down, back down, so you got it all vertical like that. And then let's come down here to his waist, extend these flaps here, and then bring this hip up like so. You got his hip made. This piece, you want to bring it all the way down. Just make sure it stays like this. And then now you can bring the back to the front. These two tabs, they're going to go into these slots right here. Tab it in. Okay. And then fold down this back piece like so. And I want to point something out here. This one, let's bring this down so you can see. This is on a double hinge. You don't bring it down on that lower one. You have to bring it down on this upper part. Otherwise, it's not going to fit in correctly. So just point that out. And then rotate the head around 180. Bend these arms so you can open up these flaps and bring out his hands, close the flap, and bring his arm forward like so. Do the same thing on this side, lift up this flap, bring out his hand, close the flap, adjust his arm like so, and you could put his gun in his hand. And now you got Bonecrusher back in his robot mode. So now what I want to do is just show a comparison. Well, let's see, let's start with the New Age first, because I think a lot of people are more interested in that. I don't have, well, I didn't put his weapon on, but you can see right here, obviously Magic Square is much bigger. Let's put this down. One of the major difference here is New Age is purple inside. That's not cartoon accurate, and that's not like the toy as far as I recall, but that's what they chose to do. So it looks like that. And well, let's just get a closer look. I mean, you tell me. I think the quality and the paint finish looks much better on New Age. But, you know, it's hard to say. I think, yeah, it's hard to say which one of these look better. So you have to see comparing them with the rest of the figures. But that's a comparison with New Age. Let's get them straightened out. And now, I didn't bring out the Power of the Primes, but I did bring out the undersized version of the Power of the Primes, just for the heck of it. And you can see this fits in really nicely with the War for Cybertron Legacy collection. So here's a look at both of them. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. And let's see, last, let's just do a quick transformation of the original G1. So let's see, what you want to do here is just bring out his arms, bring his whole chest piece up, bring down his legs, extend these feet out. This one's a little tight here. That's not good. And then form his foot. Do the same on this side. You want to pull this front piece out. This is not good, that it's so tight. And then once you hear that snap, pull it forward. And then, let's see, bring this back, lift up his head. Doesn't stay up very well. And then let's see, rotate these arms so it looks like he's bending. Now you have the G1 Bonecrusher. So if you remember, they were like the same size in alt mode, and Magic Square is a little bit bigger in robot mode, but obviously way better. So it just depends on you, like, you know, are you OG and appreciate the original toys for what they were, or are you into all the new stuff? I'm still struggling, but for the most part I like the new stuff because it's just more cartoon accurate. So that's it. That's when I look at the Bonecrusher, and I will move on to the next one.